the cheese.
Here comes the cheese.
The cheese. So
Time to get cheesy.
the Women's Summit, I want to make sure all these folks in the room that we want to make sure that we talk about our Women's Summit. This is our 9th year, and it is June 27th through 29th. It will be in Tyson's Corner in Virginia. We have 100 House delegate seats up. We have our governor's race, our lieutenant governors, our attorney general, and we want to kick that ass, and we want to get our blue trifecta, and we want to do it. And with indivisibles all flooding into the state, all the grassroots, we need to talk to people about this race. So I want to make sure that we have you getting your ticket, because we extended our early bird till March 15th. So I don't want to hear about it. We extended it to March 15th, and that means that's the lowest price ticket right now. So make sure, we're going to put the link in there that you get your ticket. And what else are we forgetting? I'm going to go over to.
Well, I mean, it's not just that we're going to learn about the upcoming elections, but we're planting blue seeds, and it really does start there.
Right.
We have a lot of resources that are offered at the Women's Summit that will equip you to go back and be the kind of leader that is inspiring us today. That's
Right.
one of the best things I've ever gotten out of the Women's Summit, is picking up skills and making connections. And we're planting those blue seeds, not just for the fall elections, but I'm going to flip the blah, 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 blah out of CD too, with the help that I'm getting from that summit.
Well, I wanted to say real quick that Leah Greenberg has agreed to come, and she hasn't said what day. She just said, yes, I'll be there. So we'll hold her to that. Antoine Seawright is going to be there. We know that we're going to have our favorites. So we know, like you said, we're going to bring around how we're going to be learning. But for now, tell us some things we're going to be learning, because you shared some good stuff and strategies with us today.
Yeah, so I'm really excited. So here's what's most important, is that when you come to the summit, when you leave, we will be 4 months from the election in Virginia. Yes. 4 months. And so that means that you have to come and be in those groups, be in those learning groups, so that you can pick up what Carrie is talking about, what Katherine is talking about, because we're going to give you the skills that you need. We are always talking about the tactics and actions that we believe work. And now it's time for us to put our money where our mouth is, and we're going to give you that. And so it's been said today, we have to take back the narrative. Right. We have to take back the narrative, and we have to show the contrast between us and them. And that's what the summit will give you the tools to do when you leave. Yes.
And I'm going to say real big that I want to make sure that we also have a call for proposals, that link is going in there. Make sure if you have something, a panel you want to put together, something you have to offer, we do have that. Please send those in now. And we also have our committed sponsors already showing up. We have Feminist Majority. Reed will be here. Reed McCullum from Progressive Turnout Project. Win Number is also with us. National Women's Political Caucus, Virginia. And if you want to sponsor or partner, please contact us. This is when we're starting to get heated up. And I want to say that Badass Boutique, I don't know if we have our thing to show real quick, but yeah, Badass shirt. I didn't see it. I was looking at something else, but yes. Oh, they're in the chat. I see. Get your t-shirt. That tyranny one is just great. I go to the gym with it all the time on the back, and it says, do not obey in advance. And I think right now is the time to put up signs everywhere in your front yard, in the front yard of people that voted for Trump. Let's just say,
and I want to put another plug in.
I'm sorry.
It's hard these days. I actually had cake for lunch yesterday, everyone.
I had cake for lunch. What do you mean? Is that something is that a sacrifice?
That's how times have changed, my friends. No, I was going to say that if you're not representing a large group that feels like they could be a sponsor, I'm going to put this challenge out to you.
Okay.
When we were at a summit a couple of weeks ago, and we were talking about how to get young people involved and how to mentor people. If you can't be a sponsor, get your group to sponsor a couple of young grassroots leaders and bring them to the Women's Summit.
Great idea. I love that.
Because what I always say is that the young people don't fall from the sky. They belong to us. And so you've got someone in your family who is a young adult who would benefit from the summit. The other thing I want to say, Katherine, not just the summit, we want you to come back next week. Think about this. We have Sky Perryman, who was a guest at the State of the Union.
Right.
And she's been on the show. They've also done court cases and had people get their jobs back. We had Public Citizen come to the show.
Lisa
They've
Gilbert.
also
Mhm.
had some court cases that have also been overturned. So the court isn't going to be the only thing that saves us, but it is what's saving people's jobs right now. So these are the guests that we bring to the show to inspire, give us
Right.
help, actions, and tactics. So this is the way we want you to spend your lunchtime.
Yeah, eating cake, and
Eating
then
cake.
eating cake is good. And lastly,